Resource Innovations, Honorable Shonzin James Bernard, on behalf of the ministry, wish to inform the general public that from now onward and as part of our ongoing commitment to maintaining a clean and sustainable environment, the Ministry of Waste Management and Resource Innovations frowns at the way citizens of the state don't keep their immediate environment clean, dump waste indiscriminately across the state like in the gutters, thereby blocking drainages and waterways, causing flooding. It is on this regard that I wish to communicate some significant changes and regulations that will take effect immediately. 1. Keep your immediate surrounding clean. Take responsibility of waste generated by you. Package your waste properly to be taken to certified dump sites. Avoid dumping waste in gutters and waterways. Participate in community cleanup initiatives. 2. The ministry have reintroduced sanitary inspectors who, together with enforcement team, will be deployed to conduct regular inspections throughout the state. They will assess compliance levels and provide guidance to those who may need assistance with proper waste disposal practices. Please cooperate with them. 3. Activities of private waste managers in the state have been banned forthwith until an appropriate operational permit are obtained from the Ministry of Waste Management and Resource Innovations. 4. Illegal dumping of waste by any private waste managers shall henceforth attract a fine of 350,000 naira only and their utility truck confiscated. 5. Illegal dumping of waste by an individual shall henceforth attract a fine of 150,000 naira only. 6. Cleanliness starts from your home. Be a part of the solution and not part of the pollution. If you can't clean up your surroundings, then don't make it dirty. 1. Who maintains cleanliness keep away diseases. Follow cleanliness to kill tomorrow diseases. Together, we can create a cleaner, greener, and healthier Taraba. Announcer, Philibus Daniel Adamu, Permanent Secretary.
In today's digital age, staying ahead of the curve is crucial for success. Taraba Business School is committed to empowering the next generation of leaders with the skills they need to thrive. We present to you our special computer training exclusively designed for SS3 and GSS3 graduates. Our comprehensive program covers a wide range of topics, including Microsoft Word, master the art of document creation and editing, unlock the power of data analysis and visualization, Microsoft Access, learn to manage and analyze database, Microsoft PowerPoint, create stunning presentations that captivate audiences, graphic design using CorelDRAW, unleash your creativity and design skills, Photoshop, enhance your image editing skills and create stunning visuals, programming using web design, build dynamic websites and web applications, database development, learn to design and manage databases, UI/UX design, create user-friendly and intuitive interfaces. At the Taraba Business School, we believe in creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Our experienced instructors will guide you every step of the way, providing you with hands-on training and mentorship. Don't miss this opportunity to gain a competitive edge. Contact us today to learn more about our program and register for the next session. Call 080-6026-9140, 070-6342-8464 or 090-10-8844 between 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. Taraba Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Join us today and unlock your full potential. Taraba Business School, opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. Empower yourself with the skills of the future. Register now. In today's digital age, staying ahead of the curve is crucial for success. Taraba Business School is committed to empowering the next generation of leaders with the skills they need to thrive. We present to you our special computer training exclusively designed for SS3 and GSS3 graduates. Our comprehensive program covers a wide range of topics, including Microsoft Word, master the art of document creation and editing, unlock the power of data analysis and visualization, Microsoft Access, learn to manage and analyze database, Microsoft PowerPoint, create stunning presentations that captivate audiences, graphic design using CorelDRAW, unleash your creativity and design skills, Photoshop, enhance your image editing skills and create stunning visuals, programming using web design, build dynamic website and web applications, database development, learn to design and manage databases, UI/UX design, create user-friendly and intuitive interfaces. At the Turabo Business School, we believe in creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Our experienced instructors will guide you every step of the way, providing you with hands-on training and mentorship. Don't miss this opportunity to gain a competitive edge. Contact us today to learn more about our program and register for the next session. Call 080-6026-9140, 070-6342-8464, or 090-1010-8844 between 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. Turabo Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Join us today and unlock your full potential. Turabo Business School, opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Turabo State. Empower yourself.
Good morning, good people of Nigeria. It's a fantastic Friday. It is a double celebration Friday. It is the beginning of the weekend, and it's the Kabir. So that whether you're up early to prep that ram, yes, that ram that I saw you with yesterday, or just tuning in with sleepy eyes and a hard food preparing for Eid. We say Eid Mubarak to you and yours. Now, Eid al-Kabir on the Friday, that is double blessings, double rice, and of course, double the meat. But this ain't just about meat and merriment. It's a celebration of faith, sacrifice, unity, and love. And speaking of unity, here's a little story I read recently that touched me deeply. In a small town in northern Nigeria, during an Eid celebration like this, a group of Christians, youth, have volunteered to help their Muslim neighbors prepare for prayers, sweeping the mosque compound, offering chairs for the elderly, and even helping to distribute meat to the less privileged. The following Christmas, those same Muslim families returned the gesture, clearing the church grounds, decorating the hall, and standing guard during service. No airlines, no hashtags, just quiet acts of shared humanity. Yes, and right there, that is the true spirit of Nigerians. Because, as Sheikh Usman Dan Fodio once said, a nation can endure with unbelief, but it cannot endure with injustice. Peace ain't just the absence of war. It is the presence of fairness, mutual respect, and love for your neighbor, regardless of what name they call God. So today, as we celebrate Eid with roasted meat and roasted plantains, whatever it is, let's also roast hatred, turn division, burn division, roast hatred, burn away division, and fire up a big bowl of tolerance. You're watching Some TV Morning Show. My name is Abraham Joda, or you can call me Ibrahim on this very good Salah morning. This is where every sunrise comes with my stories and a sprinkle of little sass on it. So stay with us. We've got some very interesting stories to share with you. So I'll give you some Eid vibes and special. We have a special guest also later. And maybe just Iran might just jump out of the screen into your living rooms. And don't go anywhere, because we'll be right here to celebrate this Eid together. And with me this morning on the show is Mr. Eradane Kukwen. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ibrahim.
Yes, thank you. I love that.
Yeah.
We should have had Malam Ibrahim to the name.
Mr. Malam Ibrahim is Barka de Sallah, happy Sallah to Nigerians out there.
Okay, thank you very much. But let me set this straight. The Ibrahim is to receive the meat, not to give out the meat. So just take that. Yeah. Well, Barka Salah, like we say to all our viewers out there, it's a wonderful Friday. Yes, what's your preparation for this Salah?
Well, we thank God we're alive, and the Salah is here. We're going to enjoy it in peace. Let's endeavor to be our brother's keepers. Just like I was hearing somebody preaching on the social media shortly before we came online, it is a moment that we need to reflect on the sacrifices made by Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him. Every Nigerian, we need to sacrifice too in the light of today. Let's sacrifice for the development of the nation. Let's sacrifice for the betterment of our society. Let's make sacrifices for the betterment of each other. We're first humans, then we're brothers, then we're all together Nigerians, then above all, we're all humans. This dichotomy, these differences that we try to preach to separate ourselves using tribe, using religion and other things is uncalled for. We're all created to serve God by making sacrifices for each other.
Thank you very much for that wonderful message from you there. It's a time of sacrifice. It's that kind of sacrifice that Prophet Abraham made in the past, the sacrifice of love. Just like I said, let us burn away the hatred, roast away the disunity, and let us come together as one. Well, as one, let us come together to review the papers this morning. So we'll start with The Guardian. Yes, The Guardian yes, let me start. How to reclaim Nigeria's dream by FCT minister. That story is on The Guardian. You can get it on page 20 of The Guardian. Then Benue wants residents as flood displaces 18,592. That is quite...
That's serious.
That is serious. Marketers 45% petrol tax, seek amnesty for refiners. That is another story. Then time to move. Akwa Ibom governor speaks on defecting from PDP.
Whoa.
That story is on PDP. That, to me, is not news because he has said it. He even told his commissioner some 2 weeks back that he's leaving, and whoever is not ready to live with him should resign. So it is just he's just dusting up doing the medicals, as they say in football, for his jersey to be unveiled.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, that's a very strong inroad for APC in the South again.
Yeah, let's see how it turns out to vote in 2023. That is what is. CDS admits insecurity can be restored through military force alone. Yes, I agree with that. It's not only through military force alone. And there's more. There are both kinetic and non-kinetic ways to bring an end to insecurity. Then we have this midterm review, a test of Nigerians' resilience, Tinubu's promises. This is a big story page on 4 and 5. Then Tinubu article that urged sacrifice, compassion, unity for Adel Kabir. That is the story on the Guardian. So let's go to the major story here. The Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road. Federal government to revoke approvals of reclaimed lands along road setbacks. That is the story that we're going to take on the Guardian this morning. The report of the Guardian says Tinubu, while it dust over demolitions along the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road, construction is yet to settle. Property developers and landowners along the corridor yesterday got a jolt as President Bola Tinubu warned governors that approvals already given for illegal setbacks on federal highways will be revoked. Tinubu issued a warning on Thursday during the official inauguration of the access road to the Lekki Deep Sea Port. This comes after the president warned developers not to erect structures on the setbacks around the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway during the commissioning of Phase 1 of the project on Saturday, where he disclosed already the federal government has so far paid 80 billion as compensation for the coastal road. He described the road as strategic infrastructure that will enhance connectivity, facilitate investment inflows, and his movement within the rapidly developing Lekki Free Trade Zone. The reconstructed access roads to the Lekki Deep Sea Port will drastically reduce logistic costs, ease congestion, and position Nigeria to reclaim maritime business that is lost to neighboring country. That is the story so far on that coastal road. It's quite, well, I don't know why you keep coming up, these stories keep coming up, approval for setbacks, with places where that is meant to be set aside for construction, for developmental purpose, and government officials will give approvals to it.
Well, it's one of the problems with this nation. You discover that a piece of land has been earmarked for federal government project from time to time. After the project has not commenced, you discover that encroachment and other things like that do occur. This is a major issue for this particular project that is promising to Nigeria as a nation. If these approvals are not revoked, then somehow the end results, the benefits that we will have as a result of the government investing in that road construction may not be completely fulfilled. So I think this is timely. There is a need for this to be done. There should be no sacred cows, because the danger again that we're envisaging is that in revoking this approval, you may discover that some high and mighty, because that place is actually a very good place for you to buy land and raise structures. You discover some mighty senators or former governors, some big men may have those properties, and you discover that their own may not be revoked. And this will go a long way in undermining the viability of the investments. So this is a step in the right direction.
Well, and from the information here, I say the distance the building must be from the road or property line, generally ranging from 3 to 9 meters, is known as setbacks. The president also appealed to the governor to avoid giving planning approvals without collaborating with the Surveyor General of the Federation and the Ministry of Works. So I said I have directed the Minister of Work to work with the Surveyor General of the Federation and all the governors on this legacy project road bypass to procure reasonable setback for future land expansion, building infrastructure to enhance road architecture and return on investment. Please, our dear governor, says the president, yes, let's work together. Don't give planning approval without collaborating with the Surveyor General of the Federation and the Ministry of Work. Please, I appeal to you, Tinubu said.
That is, without coordination, if the presidency or if the federal government is not coordinating with the state government, definitely that disagreement, that lack of coordination is going to end up in a very bad way for Nigeria and for the project itself. The dream, the prospect for the envisaged prospect for the project is supposedly supposed to give us the benefits that is required from such huge investments. But some of the small things are not actually small, because these are major factors that will undermine the viability of the project.
Okay, let's go to the Punch. The Punch newspaper, the cover page of the Punch. Tinubu new bill may slash Nigeria's $21 billion remittances. That is on page 21. Okay, Trump's new bill may slash Nigeria's 21 billion remittances. That is on page 21 of the Punch. The USSD war, telcos oppose airtime charges for bank transfers. That is on page 22. The issue of this USSD has not been sorted out. Up to date, the banks and the telcos are having serious issues on remitting money for USSD by the banks to the telcos. Well, I believe this is where both the CBN and NCC should step in and ensure this is resolved. Yeah. Because the two sectors are very, very critical for business in Nigeria.
It's true.
Then the headline here says, Salah, Tinubu promises economic rebound, urges prayers for soldiers. IG move to secure Eid prayers as governors. Atiku orders meet Muslim gridlock worsen. That is on the Punch. Let us see. President Tinubu has called on Nigerians to be patient with his administration's reform, assuring that the toughest days are behind us. He gave the assurance in his message to mark the 2024 Eid-el-Kabir celebration on Thursday and said that the journey has not been easy. His economic reforms have started yielding positive results. He said we may not yet be where we expect to be, but I urge all Nigerians not to lose hope. Let's hold on to our faith and persevere. Our reforms are gaining traction with key economic indicators now moving in a positive direction. Soon all will feel the benefits. Do you agree with the president that soon all will feel the benefits?
Yeah, it's possible for us to feel the benefits soon, but for him to say the toughest days are behind us, I disagree with him. I would prefer him to say the toughest days are here. We are living in one of the toughest days. It is Nigerians are not smiling, the bills are not smiling. We have so many things going wrong, insecurity, natural disasters. That one is something that you cannot prevent because it is a natural disaster. But there is a way government has a role to play in managing those crises. Look at the issue that occurred in Niger. We're already having stories coming out from those places where corruption is making the rounds and so many things are not going right. So we are not living in pleasant times. For him to say the toughest days are behind, I disagree. But there is hope. We're resilient people. We look forward to him giving us a better life because we somehow trusted him with our votes as Nigerians, because when he was sworn in, those that voted for him and those who have not voted for him became citizens, and he's the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So we're depending on him to expedite action and seeing to it that tough days are behind us. But the truth is that we are still living with tough times as we speak. Okay.
Let's also see this message. Atiku greets Muslim. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, also Governor, has called on Nigerians, particularly Muslims, to use the occasion of the Eid-el-Kabir festival to pray for the unity and prosperity of the country. In a statement from his media office on Thursday, he also called on those in leadership to demonstrate compassion and place the well-being of the people above all in accordance with divine guidance. So those are just some of the greetings from the governors, prominent Nigerians coming in for, and we Nigerians are also telling our political leaders, both in opposition and in power, and they should also embrace peace, they should embrace unity, kindness, and also ensure that the dividends of democracy does not elude Nigerians, especially after despite all the hard times Nigerians are facing. We need unity of purpose among our political leaders, the political elite. They need to do more to inspire young people coming up that look up to them as leaders. So with this, we'll go to the Daily Trust. The Daily Trust. Okay, let's see what the Daily Trust have for us this morning. Okay. Yes, please, if you have the Daily Trust there, you can just...
Okay, Idil Adha, Tinubu Atiku governors preach peace. Then how 300 Nigerians died in 6 days. These are all stories that are on the cover page of Daily Trust. There's another one here. Army chief makes case for early voting for military personnel. You'll find that on the cover page of Daily Trust. Then Okay, then I think the major headline here, Salah, travelers spend hours on Abuja-Kaduna highway. That's the major story that is on the cover page of...
Okay, well, there's also the story on Daily Trust. Let us look at... okay, let us take the end of an era, life and times of Professor Jibril Aminu.
Yeah.
That is, may so rest in peace. News came in yesterday. The great professor, a former minister of petroleum and mineral resources, a senator, died yesterday at 85 as a protracted illness. He is from, he was later buried in his hometown in Song in Adamawa State after the funeral prayer said at the National Mosque, Abuja. The life of the elder man, renowned cardiologist, academic, politician, diplomat, was believed to be synonymous with service, reforms, and principled leadership. The late Aminu was also a former Minister of Education, celebrated his 85th birthday on August 25, 2024. He was born in Song, Adamawa State in 1939. Aminu's early life hinted at the intellectual giant he would become. He embarked on a rigorous academic path that saw him emerge as a distinguished consultant, cardiologist, a field where rapidly gained recognition as one of Nigeria's most celebrated medical professionals. His medical training at the University College Hospital, UCH Ibadan in the 1960s was legendary. His brilliance in medicine earned him a multitude of prestigious academic and professional accolades, signaling his deep commitment to scholarship. He was a fellow of several institutions, including the Nigeria Academy of Science, the Royal College of Physicians, London, the West Africa College of Physicians, and the Nigerian Postgraduate Medical College. These distinctions were not mere titles, but reflections of his relentless dedication to pushing the boundaries of medical knowledge and practice in Nigeria and beyond. So Professor Jibril Aminu is a great man indeed.
Yes, there's something that stood out in his life. I think he's the first black man to separate Siamese twins.
Okay, conjoin.
Yes, he's the first African to have done that surgery. In the 2000, when we were in University of Maiduguri to look for admission, we saw a residence, that's staff quarters, that has been unoccupied, and we received the stories then that it is his quarters. He was a lecturer there because of how he has created a niche for himself. The university decided to leave that apartment unattended until maybe now that he's dead, maybe they were allocated to somebody else, or I don't know what happened. But in the year 2000, they left his staff quarters for over the years. He left the university, I think 1989 or something, but the quarters were still there, expecting that he may one day decide to come back. He has created a niche for himself. He's a good man. Particularly, he was a former VC. He did well as a former minister. During Obasanjo, he was described as the PDP link man in Adamawa State.
Yes.
He was quite a prolific politician. So
okay.
May he so rest.
May he so rest in peace. One of the stories that became quite popular some years back was the story of when he was. It was told by a former governor, Orji Uzor Kalu. Okay. So he said, while he was a student at the University of Maiduguri, he was part of the SUG that was Professor Aminu. Jibril Aminu was the VC, Vice Chancellor. So there was this issue that occurred at the University of Maiduguri, and some students were suspended for, I think, terrorism or something like that. And from our Senator Orji Uzor Kalu was one of those people suspended. So he said he went his way and he started doing business. But after some time, the students were called back. But he has gone deep into business. He didn't see any reason to resume back. So he said one day he was supplying palm oil, I think palm oil. They now saw him. Look, they greeted. He said, "You still?" He said, "Yes." "Are you not back in school?" He said, "He has gone into business." And he said that was how he gave him some contracts within the school to make some supplies. And he said If I'm not wrong, I stand to be corrected, that this was one of the things that helped him grow as a businessman, that's what he is today. So it's a story of a great man, Professor Jibril Aminu. It was a delight watching him on the floor of the Senate in those years. Yeah. And he was Minister of Petroleum, Minister of Health. He was also Executive Secretary to the National Universities Commission from 1975 to 1970. Very, very rich. His tenure at NUC was noted for efforts towards standardizing academic programs, enhancing research capability, and laying the groundwork for a more robust university system capable of meeting national development needs.
I never knew that he's from Song. I thought he's a Yola South person because he's quite a respected person in Yola.
Yeah, he also served as a visiting professor of medicine at Howard University College of Medicine in Washington, D.C. from 1979 to 1980. It was when he returned to Nigeria that he assumed the demanding role of Vice Chancellor of the University of Maiduguri from 1980 to 1985. So he has a lot in his CV. It's just one of those. Instead of education, he assumed the challenging portfolio of Minister of Petroleum and Mineral Resources from 1989 to 1992. That is just one of his achievements again. From 1990 to 2003, he served as Nigeria's ambassador to the United States, a critical period following Nigeria's return to democratic rule. Yes, I can remember he was Nigeria's ambassador to the United States during the first tenure of our President Olusegun Obasanjo.
Look at the traditional title he has, though he has turned down so many, based on this report now. So a source at the Fombina Emirates, that is Adamawa Emirate, told one of the reporters that Aminu was opposed to receiving any traditional title in his hometown of Song and Yola. However, he is the Bobaselu.
Bobaselu, that is, he helped Bobaselu of the source, help the helper of the
Oni of the
yeah.
Okay, that is quite
a mouthful one for you.
Yes.
He's a man that is well celebrated across. He survived. Aminu is survived by his wife Fatima Buka Mulema, 9 children and 3 grandchildren. That is the
professor. May Allah grant him Al-Jannah Firdausi, just like the Muslims would say.
Okay. Quickly, let us go to another story here on Daily Trust. On Daily Trust, how Eid al-Kabir has changed over the years in Nigeria. How Eid al-Kabir has changed over the years in Nigeria. There's a story here from the Daily Trust. Let's see. They said Eid celebrations in Nigeria have shifted dramatically from communal, tradition-rich gatherings to more urban social experiences. While past Salahs were marked by shared meals, local prayers, and family bonding, today's festivities often center around malls, digital moments, and event centers. Let me see. Okay, sorry. So that is just the key to the story. In the past, our experience of Salah is quite changing, and I think it is nothing stays like that forever.
Yes, I think you were just mentioning it shortly before we came on live that you've not noticed that any celebration is going on today. Mostly people celebrate it in low-key. People would prefer to call people on phone instead of wearing babariga and visiting. There are so many factors that have caused that: insecurity, lack of funds, economic challenges, and other things. Hardly will you find that kind of gathering that people used to do in those days in most cities in Nigeria, because you're scared that improvise.
Let's take away the insecurity, because there are a lot of very secure places in Nigeria everywhere. The insecurity, I don't think it has. There are insecurities in some place, but it hasn't stopped. We gather in the markets, we gather to watch football, we go to. The thing is, the world has evolved. In those days, maybe no phones no means of
Yes,
communication.
no socialization.
So it is only during this period that you can come together as a public holiday. But now, you speak to people, the people living thousands of kilometers away from you. You see them every day, you talk to them on phones, you can do video call. So there's this, unlike in the past, you may not see someone for years, and the decision, when Salah comes, when Christmas comes, we will meet, we will see, everybody will come together. But things have changed. Things have changed, and then there are a lot of activities in those days. If you ask me, one of the reasons why we're so much interested in gatherings outside is because we actually sit at home, no TV to watch. You need something to entertain yourself.
Yes.
Nothing to entertain. So, the emir is going to go to visit the governor, or this and that. The horse is going by. Everybody will gather to watch. But now, just on your phone, you can watch Durbar anywhere in the world.
Yes. And you even have better view than the person that is maybe
that is on the scene. So those are the factors that have made things change. And my own experience of Salah while I was young, I was in Ilorin then, the most memorable experience I had of Salah was the fact that you start seeing rams everywhere, people tying rams, then this ram fight. I don't know if it's something legal or what. Then you will see ram fights, people fighting with their rams. Then again, on the Salah morning, you see they slaughter the rams, they go for Eid, they come back. But the thing that stuck to my mind most was there's this procession of the emir of Ilorin. Okay. Then it was Sulu Gambari. I think the father to, or the grandfather to the present one then, Sulu Gambari. Is with a procession. We go from his from Eid ground to the office of the governor. Okay. I think they will go from the Eid ground with the governor. They will go together to the house of to the government house. Then return later in the day. It was something I never missed. So we wait, and you will see the colorfully dressed dogaris at the palace guards. Yes. You see all manners of people. I can still remember the first time I saw someone blowing that kakaki. Okay. I thought the man's cheek was going to explode. And then the fear of those horses, we see horses, beautifully dressed horses. Then again, you also see in front of you, you see we call it Ajalokpa, that is police dogs. Okay. It is those guys that ride these bikes. Okay. They do all manners of colorful things with their bikes. It was fun early in the morning for us in Ilorin then. So I think those are the things, those are fun memories I have of Salah. But
we Takum, those days, Salah, you see food being shared. You will see the presence of this slaughtering of ram. Then a traditional ruler will move from the Eid ground to his palace, and we'll be receiving visitors like that. And Salah homage will be paid, and that's it. But it's a moment, one of the things that mark out Salah for us is that we'll not go to school and we'll have a lot of time to play.
Yeah, that is very, 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 that is, for young people, that is very, very important. Yeah. You just wake up in the morning, no school, you're not going to school, and you have, but sometimes when you have a strict dad, that is the day, it's not the day that most of us like, but though my own dad was cool, but I saw some of our friends, on public holidays, we don't see them outside. They say, our dad is at home. We're praying he should go out. He can't come out. You try to go, they say, don't comment, dad is